Someone recently sent me an email and she said, I've watched several of your videos and you say that you recognized, after many years of seeking, you recognized that seeking itself was the obstacle. She said that she had been a seeker for 10 years or more and that she was tired. In fact, she was exhausted, but she didn't quite know how to put an end to that drive to keep seeking. And essentially, what should she do? And that question's come up a few times. And quite honestly, my response is don't try to force anything. Because if you decide to try and sort of stop and kind of freeze, it's not authentic. And it's essentially just another strategy to try and get somewhere that is different to where you already are. So what I would say is let that seeking drive play itself out, because essentially actually what happens anyway is that after a period of time, and that might be a few years or it might be decades, as it was in my case, you begin to hear the same things said differently. You read the same things expressed differently. And it's like this sort of repetition of the same things that are often flavored with respect to the character of the one who is sharing or speaking. And obviously I'm speaking here about authentic spiritual teachers, authentic gurus, authentic enlightened masters. You obviously, there's a resonance. You feel the Shakti, what the yogis call the Shakti. You feel the energy and you feel the transmission of that. But even so, you begin to hear, you begin to see when you're reading, and you begin to perceive the same messages again and again and again and again. And essentially, what's happening is it's your own self that is recognizing the one self in the words and the messages of the great beings. So all of that said, I would say, rather than trying to sort of put a rapid halt on the drive to seek, just soften it a bit. If you feel like you want an activity or a practice, just try and soften it. Hit the skids, hit the brakes a bit. Hit the skids, that's the wrong term of phrase, but anyway, hit the brakes a bit with it and slow things down. Just slow things down. Don't be in such a mad rush or panic. And as many times as possible throughout the day, just kind of pause and sit and rest in yourself, knowing that that is enough. Because the self, the recognition of the self, in the words of others, is already here within you as you, and it doesn't come and go. Awareness never leaves. Everything else changes, and awareness, or the self, never comes and goes. That is who you already are. So that drive to keep going and going and going and going and going doesn't take you anywhere, because there's nowhere to get to. But as long as there's a drive still there, just, let it play out, because it will play out. It's like a car, when the car runs out of gas, it's going to come to a stop eventually. And that's what happens. That's really what happens. And you will one day, you will see, you will recognize that what you've been looking for is here. And it's always been here. So that's my little hop on today. I hope you're well and take it easy. And if you feel this channel has value, please subscribe and let folks know. I'm here to answer any questions if you have questions, and you know where to get me, to reach out to me and to speak to me. All right, sending you much love. Take it easy, be well, and bye for now.